So welcome to the August 2025 Basic Sampler here at Close to Home in Southington. Just a quick reminder to please bring in your completed July block beginning Saturday, August 16th at 10 o'clock all the way through until Saturday, August 30th to receive your August kit free. We will have selected Finish the Bolts. They will be available through the 16th, and these will be 50% off, a nice selection of Finish the Bolts. We also have two new Genomes that have arrived here in the store. The Memory Craft 1000 is a sewing embroidery combination, many great features, and a 5.5 by 5.5 embroidery hoop. The other is the Memory Craft 100E, which is a dedicated embroidery only. It's like the 1000, except it's embroidery only with hoop size of 5.5 by 5.5. Lots of nice built-in designs. I will go over a couple of the classes that we have upcoming, so stay tuned, and a nice little tool that I think you would like for this block. Other than that, there's really no tools needed except a 8.5 by 12.5 inch ruler. So I will show you something that just came in, so stay tuned. Let's go look at our block for August. I almost said July. So it's an on-point block. On-point means we're going to build our strips on a diagonal, and then we're going to, these are called setting triangles, and these are called corner triangles. So we will sew our strips together, and then with our side triangles, and then add our corners at the end. So a very simple block, but a very fun one to do. And all, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All of those are the same size, which I'm going to have you cut at 3 3/8. So let's take a look at the cutting real quick. The white it does have a longer side to it, so measure your kit fabric very carefully. Make sure that the side that you're cutting your 5 1/4 from is about 11.5 inches. Okay. So your first thing you want to do is get 2 squares that are 5 1/4. We want to make sure that we cut these only on the diagonal twice. They will be our side setting triangles. The next 2 squares are 2 7/8. So pay very, very, very close attention to the fractions in this month's. I know it's an easy block, but the fractions will kill you. So just really pay very close attention to the marks on your ruler and the cutting instructions. Those 2 white 2 7/8 are going to be cut on the diagonal just once, and they will be our corner triangles. The red, the blue, and the states, you need 4 at 3 3/8. So again, measure very, very carefully. And the last one in the center, that's our center block. Again, it's the same size, but we only need 1, and that's 3 3/8. So I just want to go over the cutting of 3 3/8 for you real quick, just as a reminder. So I've cleaned up one side or one edge of my red, blue, and the states fabric, because those are all going to be cut at the same time. And I want to make sure that whenever I do a fraction, I start from the whole inch side on my creative grid. So I'm going to count over 3 3/8. If I start with the 1/4 inch, it makes it kind of difficult to figure out what 3/8 is when I've already got a 1/4 measured in there. So if I have a half, or the 1/2 inch, if I have something that's cut in half, I'll use the side. Every other fraction, I'll go from the whole inch side of the ruler. So we're going to measure over 1, 2, 3 3/8. So I'm going to go ahead and put that down. And as we can see, this is 3 measured over 1, 2, 3 to my cut line. Now I want 3/8. I'm just going to move it over 1/8, 1/4, and 3/8. So it's 3/8. 3 of these markings is my 3/8 inch. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut that. And we're going to do it one more time because I need another strip. 1, 2, 3. I put it on the 3, and then I move it over 1/8, 2/8, 3/8. And I make sure it's lined up all the way down my ruler before I cut it. All right, so very easily we're just going to cut those into squares, doing the same thing we've always done with our 3 3/8. All right, so the next thing we're going to do is put them into rows, starting with two sets of state, red state. So somewhere in here I have that. I have states. Oh, I did this one opposite. So you can do it either way, I suppose, because they're all universally the same size. Basically, I put on my sample here on the table, I put the blue in the center. So truly, it's what you want to do. You could even put the states in the center and put the reds on the outside. They're all the same size. You can have some fun and try to do what you'd like to do, okay? But the directions are for this, that we're going to do state, red, state twice, okay? So just to confuse you, I did state, blue, state, and another state, blue, state. The one in the middle, I did red, blue, star, blue, red. But again, yours would go blue, red, stars, red, blue. Just lay them out however you'd like them. The last thing we want to do is go ahead and put our side setting triangles on either ends of our strips. We're going to cut our squares together, and then we're going to add our side triangles. So when I add these side triangles, all I have to do is line up the 90-degree angle and sew my 1/4 inch. Okay, so all these have a 90-degree angle that we're going to sew, and it helps to place them first to make sure that we have a nice side, that they're all going in the correct direction. And this one's coming down. Once we get our rows sewn, we can go ahead and press them so that they will be so much easier to match our corners. All right, the sides go on, but on the really long one, we're going to put the top and the bottom corner triangles. So all I did was I centered my corner triangle on top of the last one, on the outside one, and I just sewed that at 1/4. So now when I go over to the ironing board, I'm just going to flip these around and know which way to sew, to press them. So you could press, you know, this one up, this one down, this one up, this one down, this one up. It's fine. Whatever you want to do. I think what I did was I started in the middle, I pressed out and out, and then these get pressed in and in. But again, as long as they are going in opposite directions, we're good to go. So now all we're going to do is we're going to sew these together. And once they go together, all you have to do is the very last step and add the last corner piece. So this will be all sewn together. And we're just going to put our very last piece on here, and it's 12.5 square when we're done, and just go ahead and press those. So again, you can kind of play around a little bit, have some fun. If you want to put the states on the outsides, you certainly could. Before you sew your rows together, just kind of audition which way you think you'd like to have them. Obviously, the side setting triangles have to be where they are, and the corners, but you can have a little bit of fun with the red, blue, and the states. Okay, you only get one star. That goes in the middle. The classes that are coming up, we have National Jelly Roll Day. It's called Fuse Box. We're going to be making this beautiful block here. You come in, sign up for that. We have your supply list and the ruler that you're going to need. It's from Studio 180. That's going to be a great class. That's coming up on Saturday, September 20th. And the other class we have is called the Luggage Rider Bag. And basically, it slips right over the handle of your luggage. So if you wanted to bring it with your sewing machine, your wheeled case, and keep your notions and things in here, you can, or you can take it to the airport, however you want it. Lots of great pockets, all quilted. Sandy's going to be teaching this one on Thursday, September 11th and the 18th, both dates. And we have a twister class coming up. That is also posted online. You can certainly look that up using the little twister. We've done that in the past, which is a lot of fun. So come in and sign up for some classes. And the last thing I wanted to show you, we just got some of these seam fix seam rippers in, and it's a seam ripper that has this really cool, innovative plastic tip. It literally grabs and removes the threads, so it has your seam ripper, and as you cut all your little pieces, we wind up trying to pick out all those little threads. But what this does is all you do is kind of swipe at it, and it picks up your threads and takes them out of your fabric for you. So fun little tool. Hope you enjoyed today's video, and don't forget to bring in your July block to get your August kit free. Thank you for watching.